Good afternoon, YouTube. How's it all going, everybody? You alright? Thanks for dropping on in. Well, it might be good morning, it might be good evening. Either way, welcome to what is now episode number 10 of Kingdomcraft. So as you know, guys know, we've done 9 episodes so far, covering obviously the antics of what we've been doing on the server. What I'd do for today, I thought I'd have a little review session. Let's see where we are. The server itself, let's have a little F3. We're at 4,053 days on the server in total, where it's been running. So I certainly haven't been playing for that long, but you know, I have contributed quite a bit of time to it. So what I thought I'd do today is, obviously I've not done a video in about 2-3 weeks because unfortunately I've got back to work commitments and, you know, life post-COVID is starting to go back to normal a little bit for me. So, I've not uploaded in a little bit, so I do apologise. So we'll certainly start there. I'm going to go through, I'm going to just talk on top of what we've done so far. It's just like a short review. It's a few minutes long, we'll do that. And then we'll meet up at the City Hall, which has changed quite considerably since I made this video. We'll have a little look, and I'll talk to you about, you know, I don't know how far it's into the video, 6 or 7 minutes in? I'm not sure. We'll catch up, we'll have a little talk up here, and then we'll move on and have a little review of the server. So, yeah, so I apologise for the little bit of time that I've not been on the YouTubes, but, you know, we're doing quite well. A few YouTube shorts have been doing okay. Twitch, we got over 1,000 followers as well. So anyone that's dropped us a little follow over there or subscribed, I really, really appreciate it. So thank you very much. And again, with the YouTube, all the links are down below for everyone you see in this server today. So from not just myself, but every other streamer that plays on here and other content creators, be sure to check them out as well. Right, well, enjoy this little video today. I say it's a bit more of a highlight and review of what we've been up to so far. So this will be a quick sort of sharp shooter of everything we've been through rather than just one big build. So yeah, well, I hope you enjoy it, guys. There we go. Let's jump straight into it. So we've not certainly done any content for the past 3 weeks or so. Just obviously due to getting back to work with normal. And, you know, just not really having the time. But we have been on since then. We do normally play. We have been streaming. It's just haven't put any YouTube content out. So as you can see, what we're doing at the moment, one of the early stages of it, the cave and mountain system that we've been building, is required to get some animals. So yeah, a bit of a jaunt. We had to actually get a couple pigs. We got a couple horses, a couple sheep. We may or may not have spied Cameron's base here. He did mention in a live stream that, hey, tree, just go help yourself to a cow. So we may have jaunted back there in a little bit to go steal one, but we certainly were able to get some of the initial sort of food and resource gathering kind of sorted, which was ideal. It's one thing that I was really starting to struggle with. I know Rails started to do a little fish farm, and where you can buy all the cod for free, which you can actually see in my inventory at the bottom there. But here we go, trying to get them all in. The chicken was a little bit tricky. We eventually ended up not using chickens at all in this build, but we put a little pond at the bottom here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it from this next little clip. But with the cows and the sheep, there you go. We were trying to yeet them down from the top of the platform, even just to get them to land down before we could put them into pens and then breed them. So it was a bit of an arduous process. It took us like nearly not a full stream, but at least half a stream to get all the animals that we want, round them all up, and get them in their pens. And as you can see now, we can start to obviously breed them, which made it more interesting. So you can see here just from obviously the fly through. As you come now through, we've got the furnace room, we've got blast furnaces to the right. We've got the sort of coal stop. There's the brand new station for the minecarts to go to the surface. And just to the left there, you can see the start of what would be our animal farm. So we'll keep all our animals, our sheep, our pigs, and everything in that area. And it's coming together quite nicely. There's a few bit of work and things we need to do. As you can see here, the little Nylium farm was added. This will help us with our tree farming. So with the 2 different types of funguses, we'll get our warped and we'll get our crimson, and we'll get those trees growing. So this is something that we added in, which would be quite good as well. Here you can see the blast furnace, but also you can see the armory, both of which we've added in to keep all of our goods in regards to cooking. So the mountain itself, you know, the cave system, it's going to take time. We're going to keep going back to that every so often. The next little project, though, as you can see here, we have been working on is the Wild West Village. We started off first off with the stables. The stables just for us to keep some horses and just to kind of fit into the Wild West theme with Callum's Saloon. This build came together quite well. You can see we used the same colour palette as Callum's build. So the colours up to the left, very, very close, very, very similar. And the building itself came together really, really nice, including the start of the jail cell as well, which is looking real good. So there's a little flyover. You can kind of see the premise. We're trying to go for this theme with the oranges and the color palette. Works really nice. So the saloon's up to the left here, which is obviously Callum's main build he's had from the start. Then we added in the stables. So it's looking pretty good at night with the lighting. And obviously the final one that we had was our jail cell. So the jail cells, over the next few weeks, we're going to be gathering a lot more resources. We're going to be gathering a few more mobs, and we're going to try and make each individual cell within there for each individual mob to be unique and fit around that mob. And that's certainly the plan. We'll see that in a second once it rotates through. But the stables, if we'll see in the stream one day, they've all got their own unique names based upon Harry Potter and other movie references. So that was a bit of playful fun for Callum when he logged in. But yeah, you'll see here now, if we just go through the door, we won't talk about the magma cubes. So here's our first guy. Our first guy is Zog the Hog. So we managed to get a hog into sort of more a crimson sort of biome. There's a few problems with lava though. He does survive the lava, but you know, he gets stuck quite often. And then the second mob that we went for here is the Walter the Wither Skelly. There he is. So we got the two of them back. We did try to get a Piglin Brute, but unfortunately, due to the mechanics of the game, the Piglin Brute doesn't remain a Piglin Brute. And once he changed into a Piglin on the other side, he did absolutely yeet us off the face of the earth. So we did die, unfortunately, trying to get the Piglin Brute back. So we're going to have to move on to get some more, which is probably going to be magma cubes in the future. Just moving on swiftly, if you guys haven't seen this already, this is the shopping district. There's a little update. We're just going to go through some of the stores that people have been making since the last video. This is a new one opened by Papered and Railed called Blocks. They offer all types of different blocks from like dripstones and terracottas. Here's Schnarf's Shulker Farm. Tell you what, this has bailed us out a couple times for our storage, so we've dropped it in here quite a bit. This is one of Schnarf's main ones that he made over here in the shape of a shulker. You got his rocket farm to the left there. Yowie's flower pot with all our flower needs. Callum here, Mr. Scenic View. He's got his amethyst crystals and his gold in here. We've used that more than a few times for our own build. We have our sheep and our wolves. Nice little build. I haven't used it too much so far. The color palettes that are in there, we haven't typically used too much, but we probably will need to do a few more in the future. Popping in to, I think this is Marty and Robin's raid shop. I haven't used it too much so far in regards to the emeralds. I've not really had to. And then there's our tree. We all remember that from earlier on in the episodes. I can't remember what episode it was, but it was a whole episode dedicated to building that. And over here is our friend Ginger Buddha. And he's made, I think it's a kelp, dry kelp, and maybe bone meal he made. I think it was. And then finally kind of moving on to the Pierre Resistance, if you want to call it. It's a spawn area. I got tasked with making a staircase system, as you can see here, as more of like a pavilion. The stair goes up the inside. And the current large project that we're working on right now is we're starting to work on City Hall. Now, this has massively changed since this video was taken. There's a lot more being done, as you can look up here. The actual dome is now completed, so if you want to check that out on Twitch, I'll be streaming a few times this week when the video goes out. You'll be able to see the progress that's been made. But so far, so good. It's looking absolutely incredible. So chuffed with all the things that's happening on the server so far. And yeah, I'll jump over to Tree just now and move on to the next part of the video. There we go. Right, little highlight reel of what we've been up to over the past 3-4 weeks. So there's been a lot more than that. We just didn't record a lot of it due to like time constraints and work commitments and stuff. But you know, we're getting back into it. So what we're going to plan to do, as you can see now with our tremendous town hall, got quite a bit of work to do here, which will be on stream on Twitch over the next few weeks. So the links are all down below for that. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to take a little stroll through the server. We're going to head over, work our way around. I'll pop up the map about now. And what we'll do is we'll just start working our way around the map. We're going to start off by going to Robin's. We're going to go to everybody's houses. Just have a little flyover. We'll use the replay mod and we'll take a little look around everybody's bases. And I say we'll start over here. We'll open up the replay mod. And yeah, I'll put their names beside it. If they've got Twitch channels, I'll put their details on below on the screen, stuff like that. But we'll go through everybody's houses, see what everyone's been up to so you can all see the activity of everybody. Other than our tremendous town hall, you'll see everyone's houses. So Tree, go ahead and roll the tape, my friend. Alrighty. Well, that took a little bit longer than expected to get through all those. But yeah, so each one of those we did in 4K, and we made them look a bit nicer. So we haven't, you know, we didn't quite get through to everybody. There's a few people that haven't really built too much on the server from, you know, maybe not just having the time. So we didn't get everybody that's on the server, or at least has permissions, but we got a lot of the main culprits that are on here, apart from one. So last but not least, I thought I'd do a little personal tour of Callum's saloon. It sits outside here, and you can see the portal, and the jail cell, and the stables. There's my house. You've all seen my house before up there. We don't have to do that today, but the last one, we'll do a little personal tour is Callum's saloon, which he's done an absolutely incredible job on. Like, fair play to the man, like, it's pretty cool. So you got Barman Bruce, he runs the show. He's not, yeah, is he aggroed? Ah, he's alright. Got Deputy Dan and Calamity Jane. So he's got his little bar area here. He's done really good. I know the things I like is the playing cards with the shields. It's so good. Now I'm sure Schnarf did something in regards to picture frames, and I think those are shields maybe. But yeah, he's done a really good job with those. So downstairs, Callum's done a fantastic job here. And if we just pop upstairs as well, we'll go to the actual saloon rooms. You can see inside these, the little bunk beds and storage areas. Got a random horse at the end there. And he's done that for both here. Looking good. And then finally got his little area at the end. This is his bed. And then up to the top, he has his storage facility. So a lot of his stuff is all stored in the saloon right now. It's looking pretty good. I'm fair chuffed how it's come along for Callum. It's looking really good. The attention to detail's been great. So yeah, there we go. That's Callum. So I'll put all his details on the side as well. So look. There's Callum's little figurine. There's his little twitch. Yeah, look at all the swiftness in this video this time. But that's all I've got time for this episode though. So I hope you enjoyed a little bit more of a tour of the server. And, you know, it's good fun. The server's come along leaps and bounds. We've got a lot to do in regards to sort of the Wild West Village. And where I'm going to take you to wrap up our video is something I've been working offline. And been continuing to work on quite hard is the river biome. Or the Mesa river biome that we've been working on. We've added a little bit more depth to this. We've added a little bit more of these sort of like structural sort of like, you know, mountains. And I think if you were to look at the Wild West and Google these sort of archways, they're very, very clever in the way in which they're naturally evolving, you know, with the water coming below it. So I've built one over there. I'll probably end up adding a few more in the future. We've done a lot of the riverbed as well. So it all now fits in really good. And obviously we've made ourselves a little wooden bridge, which is still not quite finished. There's a few things we're going to work on. You can see the path and stuff haven't been finished yet. But we're doing a little bit of work here offline as well. So yeah, so be sure to catch us. We'll be on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, all from about 6 PM. Obviously, not on all the time, just due to work commitments. So if you're interested, the Discord link is below as well. That's where we post all our information about what we're doing, when we're doing it. So that'll give you up to the latest information about when I'm actually going live. So you can see me actually building a lot of this stuff. But until then, guys, be sure to follow if you like it. You know, even hit the little subscribe button. Would be even better. And again, any other comments you guys have, I answer every single comment you guys put below. So if you've got any ideas for the Wild West Village, or maybe over here in our sort of river biome that we're building in regards to structures or buildings or anything at all, just let us know. Yeah, but I hope you've enjoyed episode number 10. We'll have a little think about what we're going to do for number 11, but I think it's going to be a time lapse or the beginnings of one of my first ever, my own mega build. One thing I've never really done before, we've done the community one, the city hall that you've seen in this episode, but over there in the distance, and it's not rendering, because I don't have render distance full up, just behind there, there's a sand biome, and I'm really tempted to make a massive temple over in that area. Or something very similar, maybe something over here on the water side. And through here, I've got a few different ideas of things that I want to do, so we might look at doing that in the next one if we can. Alright, till then, lovely peoples, have an incredible day, and thank you very much for tuning in. See you all later.